And if I did it right, we are recording. This is the first instance of Tobias's Fireside Chat. And today I'm joined by...
No. Me, Sophie. Hello.
Uh,
And
Booming Bob, since that's my YouTube.
yeah, we'll
I'm
go with
just
that.
using my YouTube name. Yeah, I mean,
So I am once
Like
again
who?
recording this through OBS and using a capture window for Discord. And then later on, I'm probably going to put something over it. I'll figure something out.
Yeah, no
So
problem.
to explain again how this podcast is a little bit different than what I was doing with Red, which was the Red Fox Talks podcast, which I still need to do a new episode of. This is a shorter form, single topic podcast where ideally I want to do at least like once a month. Maybe not on the same day, but just like sometime during the month we can do kind of like a get together of for the homies and maybe some GCA. And who
Yeah.
knows, maybe we'll even get
yeah.
G&G eventually. Maybe like someone will pop in with that.
Woo. Nice.
I don't know. We'll see
Ooh,
how it goes. So today I want to
We
talk
got
about
might get
video
Ryan
games.
here.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. So today's topic
Brian.
is video game music. Since a couple of games
Mm.
came out recently, Silent Hill 2 remake, Stalker 2, a bunch of games we're not going to mention.
The
Yeah,
unmentionable ones.
yeah, the ones that nobody likes, that nobody's playing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
a big contender for the Silent Hill 2 remake was how are they going to handle the music? Because Akira Yamaoka's soundtrack is essentially like what makes part of that game so good, the original one. Like,
And did you play it, the new one?
I am near the end. I'm currently at the Lakeview Hotel, so I'm at the ending point of
Yeah.
the game.
Nice. Yeah. About video games, I don't know much about like the music because I haven't played many, so I'm not sure about the Silent Hill soundtrack you mentioned. Is it does it make the game scarier?
Sometimes, yes. It depends on like the
Yeah.
ambient noise going on, but there are certain tracks in the game that are completely memorable, even if you've only like heard of the game, like you've seen clips of it. Everybody uses the music. The biggest song is called Promise, and it's
Promise.
kind of like
Hold
that
on.
introductory do 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 do.
Hold on. I'm gonna listen to a little bit of that. So maybe I do know it.
Yeah, it's one of those songs like
I
everybody does it with it. No, what were you saying?
I get stupid ads.
YouTube ads.
Yeah, that's why I use premium because Vance doesn't work anymore.
How much is premium?
I don't know anymore. It's kind of like an auto renewal for me, so it just kind of goes without me paying
Uh,
attention.
that's the only thing I don't like is that they've now made it have two ads.
Yeah, and you can't skip them.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yes,
so
the
annoying.
unskippable ones are bad.
How did you get in?
No, especially like if I'm watching a stream, I'll get ads like every 5 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Like, bro,
I was
come
watching.
on.
I was watching a stream and I had to skip the ad instantly because I knew I was gonna get hit if I kept playing it. Because it was a it was a song ad. I was like, I'm gonna get hit if I play it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of the songs in anything can essentially make or break it, really. Because like, oh, I
Mm.
can stream something,
Yeah,
and then you get hit with a song. It's like, ah, oh, crap! Now I got to deal with copyright.
yes. Mostly, thankfully, I've only got claimed and just I haven't got copyright struck.
Yeah, that's why a lot of games like now I think have like that streamer mode where they disable copyrighted music.
Oh yeah, or don't show you what your username is.
Yeah, I remember one. I think it was one of the Life is Strange games. They didn't replace the music; they just got rid of it.
Just
So
Yeah,
you
you
did
just
directly.
streamer mode, and then they were doing this thing where the characters like dancing around to music and singing. It's like there's nothing there, and all you hear is their footsteps.
yeah.
It's like I realize you don't want to use copyrighted music, but you couldn't put a replacement in.
Elevator music.
Get something. Yeah, Muzak.
Yeah.
Just something. Yeah. Like even like a small, like very small music and the back can, like you say, can make or break a
Break the
game
game.
or anything.
Yeah, or anything. I mean, even
Yeah.
movies, like the soundtrack really does matter for some movies. Like it doesn't even have to be a
Yep.
musical. It can be like an action movie with pumping music, get your adrenaline up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's like how some films that maybe are not that good, like the soundtrack just elevates it.
oh yeah,
Like bad TV or movies is like the music is probably the only like forgiving thing about the entire movie or show is the music.
Hmm.
It's like I can bear through it because the music is at least decent enough.
yeah. I'm trying to actively think of a show like that.
Well, I one of my the films that I like that I know is not that good, but and that Mo loves, I know, is The Village. It's
Oh, the M Night
it's
Shyamalan
not
one.
that yeah, like it's not that good the ending, but the soundtrack of that film is beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
ending of that movie
forgot.
makes absolutely zero sense.
It makes no sense.
Like when you put it into context, like okay, it's like oh, I'm gonna spoil this old movie for everybody. It's been out for what over 10 years now.
Probably, I forgot when it
Probably.
came out.
It came out
Yeah,
a long while ago. Like at this point, you know M Night Shyamalan, you know his twists and stuff. It's like oh well, this old like European style village believes in monsters and magic and all this, and it's like oh this actually takes place in modern day America, and they just rented everything out in like a state park.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, but
yeah.
Yeah.
you know that doesn't mean you're not going to hear plane sounds or vehicles or anything like that going by at some point.
Yeah, well, you know what? I actually thought about the planes thing, and apparently, in a part of the film, they actually do mention that the place they are in is a no-fly zone
You're still going
or
to hear the
something like
noise.
that. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. But that's maybe how they can also make like, oh, that's the monster.
Isn't that the one with the blind girl?
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay,
the
just
blind
making sure I
girl
got the
and
right
like the
movie.
the monster design is
Joaquin
cool in
Phoenix.
that movie,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but at the same
I
time,
like
it's like,
you know
but
like
really,
the film the music with the like some of the shots how they're made. It's just so I don't know. I really like the like how they shot some scenes. But yeah, the story in itself is it's full of holes.
it's yeah, it's a Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, but I love the soundtrack. It's so good.
And
Another one, like for example, the Interstellar music is like so unique and you use it in reels also, right? It was a part of one of them, and those reels often get like really popular just because of the sound, like how it makes you feel.
yeah, yeah, music is one of those things that I think it's designed to invoke emotion. Like it's one of those things that's like you hear music and a memory occurs. It's one of those
Yep.
powerful senses. Like I think it's the sense of hearing and the sense of smell are general triggers for memory because they're two of the strongest senses.
Yes. Well, especially like the it just came to mind like the hearing theme for Lord of the Rings. Like every time you hear it, it's like
Yes.
oh my god, or The Shire, like you're like ah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really brings to the context to mind.
Sorry, you're talking about video games, and like I can't think of anything.
Well, it's the
I'm
same
thinking
concept in
about
video
them.
games too. It's like you have to have music that works with it because you can't
Yeah.
have like an action video game like Halo or something. I mean, Halo's iconic with the chanting, the Gregorian chant theme.
Hmm. I know
But at the
that
same
like
time, would it really be Halo if they put in like a punk rock theme instead?
yeah, there's a soundtrack I think it's from Metal Gear that everybody loves.
I know there's a few with that one. I know one of them is kind of the meme one, Snake Eater, with him going up the ladder, and that
Yes,
ladder
I
takes
think
like
it's that
what
one. 20
20 minutes just to climb.
Oh my god, really? No,
It's
I
one
know
of the
because
longest
like
ladders in video games.
it's one of my brother's favorite themes, but I wanna see if it's that one. It's like, I get to ads again.
You think of any liquid?
No, I don't think it's this one.
Any video game music?
Yeah, anything that like you really think of like this is like peak video game music. This is something like when I think video games, I think music like this.
Per music from Persona or Atlas?
Yeah, those are pretty good. Like I haven't played the Persona series, but I have played other things that Atlas has put out. And a lot of the music for that is pretty good.
Yeah.
And like I said, like Halo, you have that chanting theme at the beginning of the menus in the first game.
And the Warhog run.
Yes. Like, even without the game context, you hear that music, it's like, okay, I know this is from something epic.
Yeah, there's
And,
like some
No,
music. There's some music or from video games that you don't even have to watch the movie or not have no clue what it is to know where it's from.
one I will say, it's from the game Unreal Tournament 2004, and it's like one is really kind of calm. It's called KR Serenity. It's like it's really calm, and then it kind of goes into an up score from the calmness. And then another one
what's
is
the name of the game?
it's Unreal
Un-
Tournament 2004, which was the last good Unreal Tournament game because we're not going to count Unreal Tournament 3.
All right, what's the song?
It's called KR Serenity.
KR.
Is KR Serenity, and then there's KR Scar Assault, which sounds like a pirate theme.
Yeah.
But it takes place
Is
in
it
like
a
a
pi-
space battle.
Oh.
Like it's a space battle, and then you infiltrate a Scar mothership and blow up the reactor in it. And the entire time you get like this pumping pirate theme going in the back. That sounds like it could
So
be from like Pirates of the Caribbean or something if it was more metal.
Nice.
yeah, is Unreal Tournament a fighting game?
No, it's
Oh.
a first-person shooter. It's
Okay.
based off the Unreal game. Which,
Okay.
fun fact for the people who didn't know this, it was originally made by Epic. Do you know what Epic's first game company was actually called?
No.
Epic Mega Games.
No, it's their first game
That was
company?
what they called. That's what they called themselves before they shortened it to Epic. Is Epic Mega Games.
That's
Like-
okay. Hilarious.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know much about games, so sorry.
Well, it's more
Well,
about
for
just,
example,
like,
I remember
the idea of
that-
music in general.
Yeah, I remember, like, for example, the Helldivers that came out, like, everybody was in love with the theme. And, like,
Yeah, a
everybody
Cup
got
of
into
Liberty.
it because of the film. Yeah.
They even started making like tavern songs. There was a channel I used to listen to that made like tavern songs for Helldivers.
Nice.
Yeah, I just had to, like, turn it off because I was always playing, with people. But
The
the
music still
first
makes
times
it.
that I was playing it, yeah. I was like, this is hype.
And then you also have musical cues when things occur. So like if it's
Yeah.
like completely silent and then you start hearing this kind of music just kind of slowly pick up, you know something's coming.
It's like, Fudge, run away.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
What was it? It's like the classic Dark Souls thing. It's like, okay, I'm fighting the boss. There's boss music. Oh shit, the boss is getting
Mhm.
harder. Oh crap, the music is in Latin.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a typical
When it-
meme. Like, why do I
Yeah.
hear boss music?
Yeah, when you start speaking Latin, you're like, oh man.
It's like, not now. I didn't even save.
Yeah, it's like and like Doom 2016 with Mick Gordon's soundtrack for that.
I know that, for example, like the Last of Us, the first game, that everybody loved the soundtrack.
Well, the first game was great in itself, but yeah, the soundtrack helped bring the atmosphere of it.
Did the
Yeah.
second game was the second game's music at least good?
I didn't play the second one. I
Oh.
tried, but it was just like I can't do this. I just cannot get behind this. It's what the hell is this?
Oh yeah, I heard about it. All I knew is that they killed the character 5 minutes in the game. I'm like, oh,
No, it's
that's
more like 10.
nice. Okay,
And they kill him in the
Yeah.
stupidest way possible too.
I saw a clip. I watched the clip of it. I'm just like, what are we doing?
Yeah, and then you have
Yeah,
to
I
spend
want-
like 15 hours playing as the main antagonist to humanize her. Like, I don't want to humanize her.
Of
I want to bash her
course.
face in. I don't care how bad you make me feel about it. It's not going to make me stop wanting to bash her face in.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like it's kind of like that thing with like you need a good villain. Like Darth Vader is sympathetic at the end, but you also know like throughout the series what he has done in Star Wars.
yeah. Yeah,
Like
He
he's this guy
murdered-
you don't mess with
yeah.
because everyone who does winds up dead or choking.
Yeah.
Well, it's what you say that they're trying to make you like the villains, like something, there's something that you can identify with for them, and it's dumb.
Well, it depends
Like,
on the villain.
if they did,
Like
Well,
there
yeah,
are some villains
yeah,
you
but,
can
like, not
sympathize with. It's like
everyone.
okay, I can understand where Vader's coming from.
You can sympathize, but still realize that they're a
They're
bad
still
guy.
an irredeemable
Still.
asshole.
Yes, they're still a terrible person, but you can at least understand to an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
No,
the
yeah,
Imperial March
like
definitely helps bring that across.
oh,
Oh, that was probably one of the first music from Star Wars I knew.
I think everybody
my
knows the
my
Imperial March and the opening music.
Yeah,
yeah, my best friend got married and when she came down the aisle, she played the um what did we just say?
The Imperial
Imperial
March.
March.
Imperial. Yeah,
Yeah.
If that's not a great symbol for marriage, I don't know what is.
yeah,
Yeah, it was so cool. I was laughing the whole way
yeah.
down.
I watched when I think they played the Halo music on the trumpet for their marriage. Or
Nice.
I used to watch a bunch of like marriage music videos with like games or TV where they played it at the wedding or the
Yeah,
rehearsal.
the gate weddings, those are cool.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there is one wedding song I will admit sounds great when it's not at a wedding, and that's Canon in D. You get that, you get it played by like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and it is amazing.
Hold on, I need to hear it.
Gotta get
Stupid
past more ads.
ads. Yeah.
Where's it from?
It's
Hold
literally just
on.
called Canon in D. It's like the most popular wedding song
Oh
ever
no,
played.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
I
everybody knows the
hate
song.
it. Ah, yeah. I just didn't know it was Canon D. I
uh,
didn't want to assume it was that
yeah.
one.
Well, now you
I
know what
The
it's
one
hate
called and how to avoid it.
Dun, dun, dun.
is
Oh
that
my god, I
See,
hate.
you take
There's something
that
about
and then
that.
you change its genre. You change it into like orchestral metal, and it sounds amazingly better.
is that like down is that the down the aisle song?
Essentially,
Yeah,
yes.
dun,
Ah,
dun. No,
yeah,
that's like the waiting for it, because the down
Well,
the
down the
aisle
hall is
is
like
like
the
dun dun
middle
dun
part
dun
of it.
dun 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 dun.
Oh
Right?
yeah,
yeah,
that's that. I don't know what that one's called. I know Canon D is like the procession version. You know, that's when
Yeah,
like the flower girls comes up and the groomsmen and all that. Like everybody except the bride comes up to that music.
yeah,
exactly. I don't know. It's just there's like a pitch to it that it just like when it like nails on a chalkboard,
Yes.
something like that. It's like
Yeah, very
it's
much.
like Silent Night. I cannot stand Silent Night. I don't know why.
the
There's
Again, I
song
something
will
about
play.
say, look up
the
Trans-Siberian
melody or something.
Orchestra's version of Silent Night, and it is so much better. Of course, anything by Trans-Siberian Orchestra is pretty great.
Yeah, it's either that or
Uh,
I think the British Orchestra or something, or any
The
orchestra in
Philharmonic,
general. Yeah, I think that one.
I think that's the British one.
Yeah, the Soul Harmonic one is good too, which is obviously in Soul.
It works for video game music too. It's like have you
Yeah,
ever seen like they have the concerts where they play Final Fantasy music,
yeah,
and it's like these amazing themes from that game. Like I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy VII's "The Man with the Machine Gun Arm."
yeah. I think most. I think most either it's most video game either use the British one or the Australian or the Sydney one.
It might be the British one.
Yeah, I see. It's either one of the two that you see the most.
Yeah, there's that one. There's the Legend of Zelda series, Hyrule Field.
Yeah, I think it was on the 20th anniversary of Halo that they did use the Sydney Orchestra, and they used like the very famous Australian musical instrument,
The
like
didgeridoo.
the long. Yeah, didgeridoo. Yeah,
Yeah, that thing is insane to see somebody play.
yeah,
I have no idea how cyclical breathing works, but goddamn,
yeah,
it's like there was a sheet music thing me and I saw a while ago. Was this whole line of like flute music, and it's like flutists need to breathe, and
yeah. I just
But
it's like on the thing
I
it says like flutes grow softer. It's like they grow softer because they keep dying off at that point.
yeah. All I did, I was a brass person until I switched to singing.
No, so you've actually played instruments.
Yeah, I played a trumpet and I think it was a bass for few for a little bit until there was no like there was eventually there was like kind of like the band place there wasn't really a lot of people doing bands, so I just kind of retired.
Yeah, a lot
yeah,
of the
I played
music
the
stuff in
piano
schools
for
is
a
kind of
few
dropped
years.
out.
Yeah, yeah. Then I went to choir. Yeah,
I
it was
could never
unfortunate
play an
because
instrument.
I did like the trumpet, but it was just there wasn't really a band place unless I went down town, which is like half like 30-minute drive, so it just was not worth
Yeah.
30-minute drive for doing trumpet or band.
Yeah, now it's like it's like an hour round trip for how long are you actually there?
Like maybe 15 or hour maybe
Yeah, it's
at
like an
most.
hour round trip just for it to spend an hour there doesn't really work out.
Yeah, it's not really. It wasn't really worth it. I think also it costs a lot as well because it was like semi-professional band place.
Yeah, there was just
No, I like
Because I also had to take an audition to even get in the band.
well that makes sense.
Yeah.
I like the meme where they make like hey, for Lord of the Rings, for example. Hey, we just need this soundtrack for, just people walking, and then you have the Howard Shore like with the piano burning,
Yeah.
Oh
making
yeah.
Oh, they did
They
you
one
know
are.
like
what?
that for when Phil Collins was doing Tarzan. Like it's just
Oh
a
yeah.
movie about a man who's a monkey. We don't really need this.
Yeah.
We don't need an amazing soundtrack. We just need you to make
They
something. It's
also
just Phil Collins with this entire orchestra on fire.
they also did
Yeah,
the same with John Williams in the Revenge of the Sith battle at the end of the movie. It's like the most epic battle in the history of Star Wars.
yeah,
And
yeah. Because there's some
it is the
soundtracks that
piano
are
on
so good.
fire.
The music definitely makes a lot of what media we enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feel like
like
if you try to
the
watch
shot.
like Star Wars without any of the soundtrack, is it really the same thing?
No.
Like if
No.
you see
Yeah, I
Vader
think
and
there
the
was.
Emperor coming up and there's no Imperial March, does it really have the same impact?
Yeah, I think someone did a clip of like it was I think the Battle of Hogwarts, and they took out the music and showed the difference of how much impact it makes. It was before like they go in the castle, and it was like showing the difference of what how music actually changes an entire
Well,
scene.
it's why like for horror films the music is so important, and they use like a
It's important how
special
you use
pitch
it.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because like even in Silent Hill, between the original Silent Hill soundtrack and the HD collection soundtrack, which were not the same, they had the files, they just didn't do anything with them or something. They screwed up that entire thing horribly. I mean, if you just look up the debacle of the Silent Hill HD collection, it is insane how inept Konami is. But one of the things is James' original reading of Mary's letter is done in an acoustic guitar. Like you hear the soft acoustic guitar as he's reading over this letter, going like, why am I here? Mary died 3 years ago. How could she send me a letter? And in the HD collection, they have an electric guitar of it. And it's just not the same feeling.
Yeah, it's like, why is it so epic? It's supposed to be sad.
Yeah, it's like that
Or
mysterious tone for the acoustic, and then you get to the electric one. It's like, well, this doesn't have the same feeling. In fact, I think
exactly.
Twin Perfect put it best in their review for it. It was they changed the music from James's sad search for his wife to James's rockin' search for his dead wife.
Oh my god.
Like I think that's the only thing
Yeah.
worse than no music is the wrong music.
Yeah, the wrong type can make it worse.
Yeah, because that's like at that point it's like why even have music at all?
Yeah, it's like a sad moment where it's like uplifting. It's like, oh, so he's happy she died? Yeah, it's like
It's like I can't remember. I think it's in Halo 2 or 3 that you hear this like no, it's actually in ODST. It's in Halo 3 ODST when you first wake up as the rookie and the drop pod,
yeah.
and all you hear is that like soft soundtrack, like the the super soft like kind of sad soundtrack with the rain pouring down, the darkness of the city, and you're
Oh, and then
all
like
alone.
and they also had the lettering like kind of explaining the story.
Yeah, but it's like imagine
Yeah.
that, but then you put Halo's pumping action warthog scene instead. Like, would it really fit?
Yeah, not really. Because you're like also just a human
Yeah,
as
you're not
well.
Master Chief. You're not, this big super
But
soldier. You're just
you're
a
not a
guy who's still
you're
relatively
not a
new.
you're yeah, you're not a Spartan, you're not Master Chief, you're just a normal person.
You're not even really an ODST. You're the rookie. You're like recently green.
Yeah. Also like the end of the music for Reach.
Yeah, the music of Reach is great.
Hey, wait, I am going to have to leave you because I need to go.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, but it was fun. And I'm definitely
Yeah.
out for other times, but you need to
I need to figure out how
promote
to.
it more.
Yeah, I need to figure
You
out
need to
how to
promote
actually
it
get
more.
this thing. Well, I gotta set it up first. I gotta set up like a time that works for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know
All
you
right.
guys are closer to my side of the U.S., but I know a lot of the others are further on, like the Florida side, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm right above Florida though.
Yeah, so like, what time is it there for
I'll see
you?
you. I'll see you both later. Take care.
All
It's
right,
Bye.
see you, Sophie.
it's almost 6.
Yeah, it's only like 1 o'clock here.
Yeah, so I have
So
like
that's
maybe
kind of
an
the
hour.
problem with setting this up. Is like I'm trying to figure out what works best for everybody.
Yeah, I have like an hour or two because I have to go to the con in at like where Jay is.
Yeah. And then at the same time, it's like, well, I'm over here. We got people in the middle. Like, I think, yeah, Jed told me he's in like Arizona with ABF. So they're
Yeah.
like maybe an hour difference, 45 minutes to an hour, somewhere in there.
Yeah. We have at least everyone's all around.
Yeah,
And
everyone's all around. So we
at
get a
least
great group of people, but at the same time, it's kind of a pain in the
yeah.
ass to schedule everything.
Yeah.
So I got to figure that out. But
Yeah.
I'd say that was still a pretty good first episode of Fireside Chat.
Yeah.
Sophie head out. She's got stuff to do. So I'm Tobias. Your channel is.
Booming Bob.
And there you go. Goodbye, everybody.